14,000 species are already listed in endangered, while they were in the world for so many years. There was are already into endangered species list. So all this is why. Who's responsible? Becoming extinct at a rapid pace. Like the animals are getting extinct at least 1,000 times more human activities. What he's coming to say is, if we were not in this planet, like if the humans are not intervening in the animals, a 1,000 times more. So we are causing 1,000 times more problem to the animals. So this statement is itself clearly says that the human species everything. So the responsibility is with humans. And how is it? We have all kind of coaching, habit destruction, climate change. You know, I'll tell you one interesting incident. It's not interesting. It's a very pathetic incident. 20 years ago, when the whales were seemingly so problematic to the humans when they were going for shipping, what they did was like mass culling, where what you'll do is you'll kill the animals in tons and tons. Like around 50,000 of whales were killed in one incident. Can you just believe what the government has did? Because in those days, like the animals were so much in the quantity and was not a big deal. So that was the thing what happened in earlier years. And now, if you don't believe me, this is still continuing. If in districts of Maharashtra, the monkeys are so much problematic to humans, and the government by itself has given permission to kill monkeys. The very next day, if you're going to kill, you'll be put in jail. I can't understand the logic behind this. See, humans are causing so much just because we are not able to cope with them. And what's next? So if this situation is going to continue in 2022, we'll be losing around two-thirds of the entire animal population. So that's what the Garner's chart says. The current importance should be given to saving the biodiversity so that we can balance the ecosystem, because we may think some point of time, if the ecosystem is disturbed, definitely we humans are going to repent for what we did. Of artificial intelligence for biodiversity conservation can help prevent the extinction of plants and animals and thus maintain a stable ecosystems. Now that we talk, who is responsible for that and what should we be doing next, before we go for the biodiversity conservation with AI, I'll ask you. So, as definitely, if there is a problem, there would have been definitely a lot of solutions. But why did the existing systems fail? Of systems developed to prevent animal killing, or to protect the animal, or to conserve the animal. Why did all the systems fail in the first? So the reason I'll show you with the upcoming pictures, but before that, if I have to say it in one way, the techniques or the methods or whatever approach able to scale it for the whole geographical area. Say for example, if a village is affected by elephant forest range, what they do is the one simple technique is to put fencing, electrical fencing around the village. Do you think this is going to run in a long range? That is called as fine scaling the data. So the technique what have been approached so far is not able to fine scale. They are not being able.
Closing ceremony.
Okay. Could you please mute yourself? Besides this, as this one technique called electrical fencing, most far were based on manual task. So it's like they will manually capture the photos of animals and they'll identify what animals are manually done. This is around 10 to 12 years back, and now we have several AI models, and still there are many drawbacks. And I'll tell you what is the challenge AI models by itself. Though the models are able to produce around 99.99% accuracy in the paper code, when they are deployed to say is, now you are going to write a code, a big Python code to detect animals. Task is to, you'll be given an image and you have to just detect the animals in the given image. So given this task, you'll write lines and lines of Python code and you will get an going to deploy it in real time, and in real case, and if an animal is going to cross the camera is going to capture the animal. And now if the same code, if it is going to do cases, but in most of the cases it may not. Why is that? Because most of the AI models that has been developed consider the challenges with animals. There are so many challenges with animals which has to be taken into consideration while you're going to develop a model that is specific. That all I'll tell you in detail at the end of the slides. But before that, okay, fine. Now this existing systems, talking about that. Okay, now could someone